Look at the picture. See the skull. Visible Frankenstein controls. The Brain Thoughts broadcasting radio. The Frankenstein earphone radio. The latest new skull reforming to contain all Frankenstein controls.
Warmest welcomes everyone back to Frankenstein Control.
Warmest is right. It got real hot real fast. Ada, you gotta towel me down.
It's hot as shit out there. Like, I'm not happy about that because I still have my no AC shitbox car.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Can we call it the hot box?
Yeah, it is that. But anyhow, we had to take a break in recording because of a minor scare. Revere the Phantom Thief sent Ada and Taylor a calling card threatening to steal their pants, and we had to shut everything down to see if he actually would.
Yeah.
Fortunately, their pants never materialized, which is why they're both sitting here bare-assed as usual, so we can safely resume our Frankenstein routine.
Huzzah!
Frankenstein Control is brought to you tonight, not really, obviously, but by Quarles, a company that sells propane and propane accessories, and whose trucks I see driving around town frequently. It always makes me feel like I'm witnessing a glitch in the Matrix, or like it's a truck from a GTA game. It's spelled literally like Charles, but with a Q and a U at the beginning. Quarles, and it doesn't look like a word. And it just breaks my brain a little bit when I look at it. And I was like, what is this Rick and Morty ass name? Quarles. That'd be the name of some alien newscaster at an episode of Intergalactic TV. Upon Googling them, I wanted to find out what kind of business they actually were, and they are, in fact, a propane and propane accessories, as I stated.
Bobby.
But Quarles is also, like, apparently a really, really common name.
Is it?
And I just have never heard of it before.
Well, I have no quarrels about it.
It's also like a county in England or something. Quarles County.
A lot of fighting happens there. God damn it.
Maybe the name looks so weird to me because everything is just so fucking weird right now.
Yeah.
Like, even writing for the show feels alien in the bizarro headspace I'm in. With that being said, I figure we could all weigh in a little bit and just talk about how and what we've been doing this whole time.
Yeah.
I understand you guys played some Cuphead, and that was really a lot of fun for you. Why don't you tell me more about that?
No.
No.
Fair enough.
We won't. Talking about it opens up conversations we don't need.
The scabs still haven't healed.
Yeah.
I don't want to pick them off.
One of our favorite streamers that we watch a lot at home, Jesse Cox, I'm going to mention a current project of his. Actually, I think it's pretty old by this point, but it's what we're currently viewing of his now. Mm-hmm. And he mentioned playing Cuphead and that it was an exercise in frustration.
Yeah.
No, he said it was a frustration simulator was his exact words.
That's pretty accurate.
Yeah, pretty much.
I've just pretty much been playing Persona 5 Royal.
Oh, fuck yes.
Haven't got very far. I just beat Kamoshida.
Okay, that explains how you knew about the materializing and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. You know the pattern now.
I know the pattern now.
Get ready for 7 more of them.
Yeah, I had a feeling. I mean, I got to get through the other 200 hours of gameplay you mentioned.
Like, I say that as if it annoyed me, but no, it never did, because there's a unique way that they do it every time, so that's nice.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. I mean, it wouldn't be such a well-rated game if it was just a wash, rinse, repeat type of bullshit thing.
Far from it.
A inside joke that was kicked around our friend group for a little bit was my physical resemblance to Kamoshida, at least in profile, and how that horrified me because he's a horrible monster man.
He is a bad person.
Yeah, I saw him. It's only in that one scene where he's first introduced and he's in profile. I was like, I didn't give them license to use my image.
And that was your curse.
Yeah.
Your cross to bear from that point forward. The minute you pointed it out, everyone's like, is that so, B-Right?
Yeah, well, Alyssa's been playing Witcher 3 and Animal Crossing. I got a big laugh out of her the other day because I busted out it was during a particularly saucy sex scene in Witcher 3.
Oh, I thought you were about to say in Animal Crossing. I was like, dang, what? Beastars the game?
Oh, God, no, please. Also, yes, please. But
Yes, please. You want fucking in Animal Crossing?
I tell you what, reading Beastars and then taking a break and playing Animal Crossing is fucking mood whiplash.
A tone so dissonant your face melted.
Yeah. It's going from the morality of eating each other to, hey, do you want my couch? I'm a cute little bear. My name's Tutu.
Do you know about all the Bill Willoughby jokes? I'll get to that in a minute.
Bill Wilby.
I'll get to that in a minute.
Bill Willoughby sounds like a pundit on Fox News.
He does. Here's Bill Willoughby to defend the killing of yet another unarmed black man.
No.
Heroes in uniform.
Oh God, no.
No, before I lose the thread, there's a scene
ravenous sex scene in
Witcher,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a few of those in the game, but this one was like in a DLC and that I hadn't played yet, and I was like, oh boy, this is more gratuitous than it normally is, and I busted out the, hey son, you're winning.
You're winning, son? Oh no! Wow.
So that was funny.
Nothing like busting in on your significant other watching pornos. I mean, playing a video
Well,
game.
I'd been watching her play the entire level up to that point.
Oh, it's like that.
Sure.
We make the funnies here at Frankenstein Control. By the way, welcome back. Glad to be back in the recording chair. It's my special chair that they have to wheel me into every other Tuesday.
It's a rascal.
It's a
He practically lives in it at this point.
We had to have it commissioned on Etsy from a guy who normally manufactures zoo equipment.
He calls it the Gorilla Miser.
It's for elephants.
But I rolled up here in my Gorilla Miser to welcome everybody back to Frankenstein Control real quick. I'm your host, Taylor Russell. Long time no see. To my right, Ada Ship.
I'm Ada, long time no pee.
In front of me, as always, B-Rye.
I'm B-Rye, and I've been peeing more than ever. Because I'm just
Staying hydrated.
Just
I'm
been
trying
pissing?
to. Just constantly peeing.
He's our constant piss boy, the Rye. Well, B-Rye, you were talking about how we were spending our
Yes.
lovely 2 weeks in quarantine. I bought a bunch of games, and I only liked a few of them.
Yeah.
And I was really down about it. But I'll tell you what, if you like One Piece and if you like Dynasty Warriors, I highly recommend Pirate Warriors 4, because that shit carried me for like an entire week.
Excuse me, Pirate Warriors 4.
Yes, as in there were 3 of them.
There were 3 other. That was not just a one-off.
Nope.
I remember hearing that they were doing that, and I think they also did a Hyrule Warriors too, where you
Oh
you
yeah,
play as
Hyrule.
Link.
Ada was obsessed with Hyrule Warriors when that game
Yeah.
was out and about.
And I remember hearing that they were doing a One Piece theme version of it, and I was like, do they do that just for Taylor? Is he the sole market for that game?
Sure felt like it, because boy oh boy did I have a lot of fun playing that game. And it is exactly what it sounds like. It's Dynasty Warriors, but with devil fruit powers. And it's fun as shit. And I'm going to go ahead and say it. It's the best Warriors game that's ever come out.
Damn.
In terms of gameplay, longevity, and just overall fun having. It's great. They've ironed out almost everything that makes the game tedious too early.
Mm-hmm.
And you can string together combos like a crazy person, and a lot of the characters have really actually pretty dang deep ways of playing for a fucking game where you just slay endless amounts of wacky guard type figures, soldier type men.
Who's Lubu, Gecko Moria?
No, Gecko. I would say the Lubu switches off because One Piece has so many Lubu-esque figures.
Yeah.
So like 1 second you're running from the man with laser powers named Kizaru, and next thing you know you're running from the giant dude named Katakuri, who has the ability to, and I'm not making this up, produce mochi. And he's one of the scariest motherfuckers in the whole story, and his power is to make mochi happen.
Does he turn people into mochi like Boo?
No. He uses mochi to beat the shit out of you.
She just whip you like a rented mule with Japanese confectionery.
And then some.
Can you unlock oars and just his feet fit in the screen?
Well, no, but you can be.
That could be said of several One Piece characters. That just their feet would fit in the screen.
Funny you should say that. They employed a giant mechanics into the game, so you can play as some of the huge One Piece characters. So like the main majority of the cast is sort of relatively human sized.
Right.
You know, you can be some of the taller people like Brooke or Frankie, things like that.
You mean the skeleton of Danny Avidan?
Yes, the skeleton of Danny Avidan. And you know, you can be some of the admirals who are pretty tall too. You can straight be Whitebeard.
Okay.
And Big Mom and Kaido, and they're all gigantic. They're just fucking huge.
Just 40 feet tall at least.
I sure fucking feels like it. You're just smashing people like they're little ants, and it's. You would think that it would get boring quickly, just being a being of imminent size and unlimited power, but no. It stays pretty entertaining all the way through until the level's done, and you're like, boy, I had a good time just crushing people betwixt mine butt cheeks.
Now, with all the buzz about the sequel being announced, if they were to do an Inuyasha Warriors game, I think that would be a life-fulfilling title for me, assuming they didn't fuck it up. I just want a Bankotsu simulator. That's all I want.
I think it'd be really funny if they had what's Inuyasha's Sesshomaru.
Oh yeah,
they had Sesshomaru in the game, and all of his sword slashes healed your opponent, so you'd never win. And you're like, this fucking sucks.
He used to use Tokijin.
What?
Tokijin. That's his sword that he has because he can't kill anybody with Tenseiga for the longest time. Not until like late game does he unlock some new powers for Tenseiga. But before that, he's like, I want a sword that'll actually kill people. So he commissions this creepy, gross weirdo to make him a sword called Tokijin.
Creepy, gross weirdo.
I think that describes like half the characters.
That's true.
He is the runaway apprentice of the guy who made the Tenseiga and Tenseiga.
Okay.
And he's just like another doofy demon swordsmith guy. And he makes Tokijin, and then like the power of the weapon that he created drives him nuts and makes him go on a killing spree, and then Sesshomaru has to like kill him and get it back. And
does the guy look like Jockin?
He might. I actually don't remember what he looks like super duper much.
You just remember his name was Tokujin?
No, the sword is named Tokijin.
Wait, what was the guy's name?
I don't remember what the guy's name is.
Who cares?
Did you say Grant?
I said, who cares?
Oh.
Oh man, Hog Nose Larry Johnson.
Like, that's an odd name for a Japanese character. The whole Japanese cast, the dude's just named Grant. It's like, what's going on?
Oh man.
Well, that's but yes, I've going back to things that have been distracting me. So yeah, I beat Persona 5, and before I got into Dynasty Warriors 4 and got way into that shit until I kind of hit the brick wall of like, there's nothing I can do in this game except for just, you know, there's nothing left to unlock. I've done it all. Mm-hmm. I've done it all. Except for like the really extraneous dumb bullshit, like achievements and whatever. I'm like, I unlocked all the characters. I'm good.
That's good enough.
But like, it was fun, and I wholeheartedly think it'll be the best week of your life if you play it. If you like Dynasty Warriors or One Piece. Very, very heavy caveats there.
I love Dynasty. I mean, we're longtime big aficionados of that series.
I feel the power!
Shangbao, I grant you power.
Prepare to suck on boulders, fucker! Here they come! Oh, good old Dynasty Warriors. Those games will always have a nice place in my heart, though.
Never forget that I'm like 90% sure that Cow Cow was voiced by Mr. Ratburn, too, so...
Boo-boo, I see you're having cake.
I will drown Liu-Bei's forces in extra homework for a week. They'll be too bogged down by book reports to scale the walls of Heifei Castle. So yes, the other video game that I played in between
that I played in between beating Persona 5 and Persona 5 Royal and playing Dynasty Warriors One Piece was I played FF Remake.
Nice, good.
We talked about that.
Did we?
Yeah, we had a whole
But we were
episode.
still playing it. I beat it.
We did too.
Okay.
So we've all beaten it, and I finally got that doodle you did a few weeks ago of the 7 seconds cloud.
Yes, now you know. Now you understand. You don't understand. You just know where it's from now.
Yeah.
Nobody
understands.
Completely.
We beat that, including that final fight with Sephiroth, and
Which
then
was fucking ridiculous, by the way.
that was ridiculous as hell.
That fight was like, oh my god, jeez.
And then we immediately watched Inuyasha, and we're on the Band of 7 episodes now, so there were scenes where Bankotsu was fighting Inuyasha, and I was like, wow, it's just been a night for watching boys bang big old swords together.
You could have just stopped. It's been a night for watching boys bang. They've been clopping their restroom swords together.
Restroom? Oh, God! Taylor!
That's what happens when you're gay, right? That's what I heard. I saw it happen at me when in the gym class.
Does Inuyasha have a dog dick?
I don't think about it and don't ever want to know.
Does Kagome take the knot?
I don't want to think about that at all. I didn't even understand that sentence, and I refuse to allow you. I refuse to allow you to explain further. I forbid it.
Well, you see, dogs...
No, Taylor.
That is forbidden in my kingdom.
It is forbidden. We're going to talk about something nice, which is the fact that Joe Pera released...
Oh, you got Joe Pera.
A new video on YouTube, through Adult Swim, and it's just him talking over relaxing footage, and like it's stock footage and unused clips from like the first 2 seasons. He's like,
B-roll footage.
He's like, now we got this here, and if this helps a nurse fall asleep at night, that's my, I did a job well done. He's like, I've been having strange dreams lately that are probably just manifestations in my subconscious of my reactions to stress. Last night I dreamed that I was in Dante's Inferno, but instead of Virgil, my psychopomp was Captain Crunch.
I like that. It's good.
I made that up.
You made that up?
Yeah.
Really good.
I made that up.
Wow, that's insanely funny, right? What the fuck?
That wasn't actually...
I was like, it's a bit dark for that show, but whatever. I guess they're doing something different. But like, it was funny. Like psychopomp.
Yeah.
Is that what?
What's
Virgil
a
is?
psychopomp?
A psychopomp is a mythological figure that leads you through spirit journeys and visions. Generally related to death, I think. But I just know that Virgil is like a textbook example of a psychopomp in Dante's Inferno. He's like, his guide through the whole thing.
His guide through heck.
Yes.
Yeah,
Through HE double hockey stick.
Yeah, you can't say the H word on YouTube. You get demonetized.
You go to fucking heck.
Yeah, you can say fuck. Only after the first minute, though.
Yeah.
Did we follow that rule?
We probably almost certainly did not.
We don't get monetized anyway. Who cares?
Yeah.
I like how we immediately got copyright strike for the Cowboy Bebop episode.
Yeah.
That was
I uploaded it. It wasn't even live yet, and it's like copyright strike.
it's just immediate. So fucking immediate. It's like, wow, these guys are cheaters in the highest order, ain't they? Wowzers.
Also, in terms of uplifting television, Avatar: The Last Airbender is on Netflix for streaming again.
Yes.
The entire series. So.
Oh, I'm gonna fucking Netflix. Uncle Iroh.
Shut up.
He makes me.
Yeah, go ahead and say it. Say it, Taylor.
No.
Finish your stupid sentence.
You're gonna hit me.
You
That's gonna
deserve
happen.
it.
That's gonna happen regardless.
I said he's gonna make me jasmine my drawers. Ow! The pain. Woo!
So stupid.
You're welcome. No, don't spray things at me. There's a line, and I crossed it years ago, but you're not allowed. This is what happens when you leave me in quarantine without human contact. Besides me and Ada and our constant arms race to gross each other out.
Yeah.
That's what happens. I just devolve, which I know you love that word.
Oh, sure.
I don't get it.
I mean, you can't really de-evolve.
No, you can't actually.
Yeah. What?
I said no, you can't. I was concurring with
Yeah,
you.
I said, yeah, you can. I'm like, excuse me?
Oh shit, we're about to throw down. No, it's been all right.
Ada, you can devolve, and I have here the filmography of Adam Sandler as my evidence of that.
I heard that Dirty Diamonds was good. I forgot the name of the movie. So Adam Sandler plays a greasy guy who makes diamonds happen.
Is that like a
Diamond is
new?
Unbreakable?
Is that the new one he did?
Yeah. Fucking, what's it called? I can't even remember. My brain's not working.
Oh, I know what you're talking. Yeah, it looked like he's like, look, I finally got a serious project. I'm actually going to try it this time because I've been phoning it in for the last 14 years.
He finally got help with the stroke.
Yeah.
At last. Finally, our joke is no more. Our Adam Sandler stroke joke.
I forgot about that.
Which is in good taste, I tell you.
Like everything we do here at Frankenstein Control.
Only the finest, most refined palates listen to Frankenstein Control. Whilst they porch.
Was that a word you said?
They said whilst they porch.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Final Fantasy Remake was great.
Yeah, it was. What have you been doing, Ada?
I don't know.
See, this is the hard-hitting commentary that we look for.
Okay, so here's the whole story. Somebody that I work with had their pants stolen by Revere. So since I came into a lot of contact with them, I had to be quarantined as well as like half the store, and we shut down for like a week and a half. So basically, I got 2 weeks off of work, and it was great.
Yep.
And I want to do it again.
Yep.
Despite the heavy costs, so kind of really don't want it to happen.
Right.
Well, potentially heavy costs. They're fine. The person that had
you want the
pants
2 weeks
stolen.
off without the human tragedy and the danger aspect. You
Yes.
just as a matter of course, you want.
Did
2
you
weeks
ask
off.
them what it was like?
They haven't gotten back yet.
Oh.
They're fine. Like, they're cleared to come back, but they haven't actually come back yet.
I mean, if I suffered from a terrible disease, the last thing I want to do is just go back to work.
Exactly.
I feel like, can I take another week off to contemplate what happened and contemplate my life?
Either I get to stay home or this kills me. That's the both of those are better than going back to work.
Yeah, it's win-win.
The millennial dream.
To finally die. But yeah, I was in quarantine. Had a lot of Taco Bell drive-thru.
Oh, yeah.
Went for a couple walks. Played a lot of Animal
But you were
Crossing.
supposed to be quarantined.
That counts because I'm not seeing anybody when
So
I
you can go for walks.
wander in the woods.
I see what you do on your walks. You hack on every doorknob.
That's true.
You lick every toilet seat.
Ugh.
Like, how you breaking into people's houses to do that?
Magic.
You got a skeleton key. You got a skeleton key.
Yeah. Well, when you're trans, you get that power to break into people's house. You've heard
It stands for transdimensional.
Yeah. I'm not just transgender. I'm transdimensional.
Oh my God!
You've heard the phrase "be gay, do crimes." That's a mandatory thing. I have to do crimes, or else I'll get in trouble. Which is weird that not doing crimes is a crime. So you would think it would cancel each other out.
You'll have to answer to that skeleton from that meme, and he won't be happy.
Exactly. If you ain't doing crimes, that skeleton meme is coming at you.
Yep.
The skeleton meme.
Speaking of scary things coming at you, last night we started watching. I mentioned Jesse Cox earlier. He frequently streams with a friend of his, another streamer named Dodger, and Liz and I are pretty big fans of the two of them. They play off each other really well, and it's always fun to watch what they're playing.
Do you ship them?
No, because she's married with a kid.
Oh.
Also, they're real people.
And it's creepy
That's
to do
super
that.
creepy.
Yeah, it's not fun. It's weird.
Okay, fine. I'm just going to put my Game Grumps fanfic away for now. I guess you don't want nothing to do with it.
Game Grumps are fine.
The Game Grumps are practically do that themselves.
Yeah.
Because it's funny to them. They're complicit.
They've acknowledged Polygrumps on numerous episodes.
God. But anyhow, the the game that we're watching them play now, I think it came out in 2017, I think, and it's called The Letter, and it's a visual novel anime horror game, and it's like the voice acting's a little doofy, and you're laughing at that a little bit, but it doesn't look like a terribly made game. And then, like, after what feels like an eternity, the scary thing happens, and it's very much in the same sort of genre as
Doki Doki.
No, not so much that. It's more like The Grudge. It's like a freaky ghost lady in this house. Your character's a real estate agent and is trying to sell this house nobody wants. Wow. And everyone's like, yo, that house is cursed as fuck. And she's like, well, I gotta go in here anyway. And then it goes from 0 to fucking 60 like that, with showing you the ghost girl's face and all that. It's terrifying, and I'm really looking forward to watching more of that tonight.
Watch the Spooky Ghost stream on www.rocketman.com.
I have no idea what the fuck words just came out of your mouth.
Roger.
Okay.
Dodger. That's the one. Dodger.com. Dodger.net. You will find it.
She makes good coffee, too. She has a private, like, coffee enterprise on the side with, like, fair trade, like, responsible, good coffee. It's good shit.
Does she make Mr. Brown?
Lissa.
Mr. Brown.
Mr. Brown. It's a kind of coffee that tastes like cigarettes.
That sounds horrible.
Isn't that all coffee?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what kind of coffee. I just know that it's a coffee that tastes like burnt cigarettes.
Who would make that on purpose?
Someone, whoever made Mr. Brown.
I refuse to Google Mr. Brown and deal with those results to find what you're driveling about.
Hey there, Mr. Brown. We're not glad you came to town. My respect is going down. Cigarette smells. Are you Googling Mr. Brown?
I didn't get coffee, but I got this guy.
What? Oh no! What?
Well, that's horrifying.
Oh gosh, he looks like a gnome.
Mr. Brown impersonator.
So
he's not even the real Mr. Brown.
Meet the Browns? What is that? There's a Meet the Browns fandom wiki. Mr. Leroy Brown is a flamboyant Baptist deacon in his late 70s. He graduated from high school in 1953. Source, Medea's class. Okay. It's Medea.
It's a Medea thing. Got it.
And that explains a lot.
Yeah. Well, now we all know. Mr. Brown.
Okay.
The Mr. Brown mystery solved today on Frankenstein Control. The long controversial figure, Mr. Brown, at last reveals himself to be a pastor from the 1970s.
He's Dan Brown, and he writes some books with the albino monks.
Who flatulate themselves.
Yep.
And that's not a dirty word, trust me.
He wears that thing on his leg that we all made fun of Kippa and said he wore that in high school because he's Catholic.
Did either of you read the Da Vinci's Code?
I did.
No, I just saw the movie.
I read it years.
I was about to say I just saw the book.
I just saw the book. I read it like
book.
15 years ago. I remember nothing about it.
Yeah, I read it when it was new.
Yeah, when it was topical.
Yeah. I just kind of remember reading it and being like, this really doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Why does everyone think this is the coolest thing ever?
Yeah, because it's like, from what I remember, the whole plot is that Da Vinci had to like put all these secret codes in his painting of like what really happened to Jesus.
But and when you spelled them all out, all the clues and all the paintings spelled out Jesus boned.
But like he was like, there's hundreds and hundreds of years in between Da Vinci and Jesus existing.
Yeah.
So like, how would he know anything?
Yeah.
It's not like he knew. It's not like he knew the guy.
It's because Mike Pence went back in time and told him to do it.
So now there's time travel.
Mike Pence was the albino assassin.
Well, there's time travel in that Mike Pence can only travel through his own timeline, kind of like Xehanort from Kingdom Hearts. Mike Pence is the Xehanort of our universe. He's creating 13 vessels for his body to take over the country with his darkness.
The thing is that's within the realm of believability.
I would almost prefer that to our reality because that's at least intentional instead of just the dumbass madness of neglect that we've got right now.
Yeah, that's true.
The Money Clown Show.
Yeah.
The money clown.
Speaking of money clown, I got my Trumpy Cheese Fun Bucks.
Oh, it's excellent.
In the mail.
You going to spend it on something dumb?
Probably. I kind of want to get a new computer,
Hell yeah.
so I'll have to make Taylor help me.
Oh, I'm
Build
so excited. You give me a reason to live.
Yay!
Another week.
My reason to live is to give you reasons to live.
Yay! It's a see. That's why we're roommates. It's a
Yes.
system. It's a sequel. It's a sequel to Mr. Toad's Wild Ride.
Magic.
It's called Mrs. Toad's Goofy Precipice of Darkness.
Mrs. Toad's
It's
Wild
we're working
Walk.
together with Tycho and the other guy from Control Alt Delete.
Gabe and Tycho from Penny Arcade,
The one that's pig-like in appearance?
and the other one's bald. Stand-up guys, I love them.
The stand-up routine, follow them on Las Vegas Strip. You see them there, get the prime rib, order from the veal, tip your waitress over a bench. Look out, Joseph. Here comes the wreck of the car ghost. Here it arrives. Look, look, look.
He's having another
Help!
stroke.
Yeah, Taylor's broken. We're gonna have
Somebody
to.
bring me
We're
the
gonna
toast.
We're gonna have to reset them. See you guys next episode.
Cheese
All right, bye.
for everyone.
Now even you know I am a menace. I hand you the secrets to save the entire human race and the entire universe.